Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class beta. In the last class we have seen about the allotropy and what are the allotropes of carbon. So mainly carbon forms how many types of allotropes beta? Two types, crystalline allotropes and amorphous allotropes. Again in that crystalline allotropes mainly three things are there. Number one is diamond, one more is graphite, one more is nothing but fullerenes. Yes or no beta? And already structure of diamond, okay, along with uses already I have given in the last class. Now in this class, remaining two crystalline allotropes of carbon, their respective structures along with uses I am going to be finished now. So that is nothing but number two is structure of graphite and one more is nothing but the C60 fullerene. Which fullerene? C60 fullerene beta. Okay na? So about these two types of crystalline allotropes of carbon we are going to be discussing now. Okay, first of all, structure of graphite. Okay na beta? And this structure is important for you. C60 molecule structure, that is don't need to draw, but this is important, and diamond structure is also important. Okay. So how the structure of graphite will be exist? How it going to be formed? Listen carefully. I want to say that graphite contains, the structure is nothing but two-dimensional structure. Which type of structure beta? So graphite has the structure two-dimensional structure. Two-dimensional. What about diamond? Three-dimensional structure. But graphite, it contains the structure is nothing but two-dimensional structure, and we can simply say that 2D structure. What about diamond? 3D structure. But graphite contains what, Nana? Two-dimensional structure. I will tell you why. Okay na? And one more thing is graphite contains the structure is two-dimensional. Okay, but the structure in nature is called layer-like structure, and also we can say that sheet-like structure. Layer-like or sheet-like structure. Sir, what is meaning of this what? What about diamond? Diamond is 3D, but the structure is network or polymeric. What about graphite? This is two-dimensional, but the structure is looking like layer-like or sheet-like structure. Sir, how? Before going to say that, one more point try to remember. In graphite, you should remember one point. This is very, very important. Each carbon is connected to surrounding three other carbons. Each carbon is connected to surrounding three other carbons. But what about in case of diamond? Each carbon is connected to surrounding four carbons. But in case of graphite, each carbon is connected to surrounding three other carbons. By using the bond is nothing but what, Nana? By using covalent bonds. Same point in diamond also we have studied. In diamond, each carbon is connected to surrounding four carbons by using covalent bonds. Here, each carbon is connected to surrounding three carbon, again by using what, Nana? Covalent bonds. Now, up to now what I have taught you, everything I am going to show you in the diagram. So listen carefully. Each carbon is connected to surrounding three other carbons by using covalent bond. What is meant by covalent bond? Symbol is line. So each carbon connected to surrounding three carbon means every carbon contains surrounding three covalent bonds. You suppose central carbon is connected to three covalent bond. Again you contain, this is the central carbon connected to three other carbons. Again you suppose this is a central carbon connected to 1 and 2. If you want you can write it down also. First suppose it's a central carbon connected to three other carbons like this. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay now. This is fixed Nana. So each carbon is connected to three other carbons by using what, Nana? Covalent bonds. So after forming like that, definitely we are getting, this is 6-membered ring. We can say that hexagonal. It is also 6-membered ring. Why we are saying 6-membered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are there. Means this all are nothing but the hexagonal rings. Okay na? And you suppose, once again I am going to tell you, each carbon is connected to surrounding three carbons by using covalent bonds, and finally the structures are looking like in the form of hexagonal rings. And you suppose by the combination of number of hexagonal ring, we can say that this is nothing but the layer 1 structure and also we can say that sheet 1, and this is layer 2 and also you can say that sheet 2, and you can consider layer 3 and also you can say that sheet 3. That's why I am saying graphite contains layer like structure and also we can say that sheet like structure. Okay, all of you, right? And due to its layer like structure and due to its three-dimensional, okay na beta, and what about graphite? Each carbon connected to surrounding 4 carbon, that's why we can say 3 dimension, but here each carbon is connected to only 3 other carbon, automatically 1 dimension goes to be reduced, so we can say it is nothing but the 2D structure. Okay, all of you, good. And one more thing, try to remember beta, in case of diamond, each carbon connected to 4 carbon, so we can say sp3 hybridization, but here each carbon connected to only 3 carbon, 3 means we can say that yes, and sp1 and sp2. So in graphite structure, each carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. What is a hybridization beta? sp2 hybridization. This point you have to be focused. So what is the hybridization of carbon in diamond? sp3, because of one carbon connected to, okay now 4 other carbons, means we can say that sp3. But here carbon is connected to surrounding only 3 carbon, means what is the hybridization? sp3 hybridization, sorry, sp2 hybridization. So 1 is s orbital and 2 is p orbital, total is nothing but 3, so connected to 3 other carbons. I hope you understand this clearly. Okay. And one more point I want to say that, what about the hardness of diamond? Diamond is the natural hardest substance, but graphite does not contain hard nature. Graphite nature is soft nature, and also we can say that its nature is nothing but slippery nature. So graphite nature is soft and slippery nature. So question is, sir, why graphite contains soft and slippery nature? This is the question. Because of in diamond also, every carbon connected to 4 other carbon by using covalent, and here also every carbon connected to 3 other carbons by using covalent. Both are having covalent bond na. वहाँ पर 3 carbon, वहाँ पर 4 carbon, here 3 carbon. That is only the different. But between carbon to carbon in diamond and in graphite, covalent bonds are there. Yes or no? So on the basis of that we can say graphite is also hard, but I am saying graphite is soft and slippery in nature. Due to reason is, listen carefully, between carbon to carbon strong covalent bonds are there, okay, accepted, but between layer to layer, first layer and second layer, carbon to carbon strong covalent bonds are there beta, but between layer to layer weak attractive forces will be there. Such weak attractive forces are nothing but the van der Waals forces. Which forces beta? Van der Waals forces. In this entire nature, covalent bond, hydrogen bond, ionic bond, metallic bond, okay, among all, the weakest bond is van der Waals forces. So in graphite contain layer like structure, graphite contain sheet like structure. Between any 2 layer there will be presence of weak van der Waals forces of attraction. So due to presence of such van der Waals weak forces of attractions, one layer can be slips over second layer. Such nature is nothing but slippery nature. I hope you understand this information clearly. Yes, this question was repeated in previous board exam also. Why graphite has soft and slippery nature? Why graphite is soft and slippery in nature? Then your answer is graphite contains soft and slippery nature because of in the layers of graphite there will be presence of weak van der Waals forces. So due to presence of weak van der Waals forces of attractions, one layer can be slides over the another layer. Due to that reason, we have to say that graphite can be used in making lubricants. Very, very, very important. So the question is, why graphite can be used in making lubricants? Because of graphite contain soft and slippery nature. Why graphite contains soft and slippery nature? Because of layers are held together by weak van der Waals forces. One layer can be slips over the another. Due to this nature only, they can be used as what, Nana? Lubricants, greases, Nana. Okay, all of you? Good. Now another point I am going to tell you, sir, what about conductivity? What about conductivity of diamond? I have said clearly, diamond is nothing but bad conductor of electricity because of hybridization is sp3. Carbon is tetravalent. All 4 electrons are involved in sp3 hybridization in case of diamond. But in case of graphite, carbon undergoes only sp2 hybridization. So 1 s orbital, 2 p orbital. Total is only 3, but carbon balance is 4. Means in case of graphite, there will be one free electron. Such free electron is responsible for carry the current. Once again, this point is important. Once again, I am going to do the revision. Diamond is good conductor of electricity because of, diamond is bad conductor of electricity because of, in graphite, carbon undergo sp3 hybridization. So 1s and 3p, total 4, means all electrons are involved in hybridization. No more free electrons in case of diamond, so that is bad conductor. But in case of graphite, each carbon connected to surrounding 3 other carbon. So 1s orbital, 2p orbital, only 3, but carbon balance is 4. So we can say every carbon, each carbon contains one free electron. Such free electron is responsible to carry the current. So we can say that graphite is nothing but what, Nana? Good conductor. So graphite is good conductor of electricity. Graphite is what, beta? Good conductor of electricity. Good conductor of electricity. Reason is graphite is good conductor of electricity. Due to reason is it contains free p electrons. So due to presence of free p electron, that electron is responsible to carry the current. Okay, now because of here the hybridization is nothing but what, sp2. But in case of diamond sp3, all electrons are involved in hybridization, but here is only sp2. One more free electron is there, that is responsible for what, okay, responsible for carrying the current. So these are the main properties and main structural points of the what, graphite. So once again listen carefully. Yeah, so what is the bond length in case of diamond? 1.54 angstroms, but in case of graphite, from carbon to carbon, the bond length is 1.42 angstroms. In case of diamond, what is the bond angle? Around carbon, the bond angle is nothing but 109 degrees, but in case of graphite, around the carbon, the bond angle is equals to 120 degrees. So carbon contain 120 degrees bond angle, and carbon to carbon, how much bond length is there? 1.42 angstroms. And it contains which type of structure? Two-dimensional layer-like structure, two-dimensional sheet-like structure, but between any two layer, the gap is 3.35 angstroms. Okay, all of you? So in the structure of graphite, graphite contains layer-like structure, and we can say that sheet-like structure, layer 1, layer 2. I have given only 2 layers, Nana. But between any two adjacent or successive layer, the gap is nothing but 3.35 angstroms. In that gap, we can see the weak van der Waals forces. Due to such forces, one layer can slip over the another layer, and this is the nature to say that graphite contains soft and slippery nature. And every carbon here undergoes sp2 hybridization, means there will be one more free p electron that is responsible to carry the current. Okay, now, right, Nana? So all the information I have given, okay, from the graphite and what, Nana? Diamond. And one more thing, try to remember uses of graphite. What, beta? Uses of graphite. Yes, one thing already I have told you clearly. Graphite can be used as what, beta? Lubricants. Graphite can be used as lubricants because of it contain the nature is nothing but soft and slippery nature due to presence of what, Nana? Weak van der Waals forces of attractions. And one more thing also we can say clearly, it can be used in making what beta? Lead pencils. Lead pencils. So one time one question was repeated in previous board exam also, Nana. What is the percentage of lead in lead pencils? That is equals to what, Nana? 0. Because of lead pencils are made completely by using, one is nothing but the graphite, and it was added with what, Nana? Clay particles. So the mixture of graphite plus clay, that is useful in making what, Nana? Lead pencils. So lead pencil, so there will be lead metal, you don't think like that, Nana, okay? So what is the lead percentage, Nana? 0%. And one more thing I want to say that graphite, it can be used in making electrodes. So in most of the electrolytic cells, we can use graphite, that is used as what, Nana? Anode. So as the anode electrode, we can use the what, Nana? Is graphite rods, they can be used as the anode electrodes. So enough, Nana, any 2 to 3 uses they are going to ask you in board exam also. Right. Next, what is the third allotropic form of graphite carbon? That is nothing but the structure of C60 fullerene molecule. Structure of what, beta? C60 molecule. Okay, na? Right. So C60 molecule, or we can say simply we can say fullerenes. So it is a newly discovered carbon allotropic form. Okay. So crystalline allotropes of carbon, how many allotropic forms are there? 3 forms: diamond and graphite and fullerenes. Diamond and graphite, everything I have given story clearly. Now I am going to discuss about the fullerenes. Okay. So about the fullerenes, now I am going to give you the information. But what is the name of such fullerene? C60 molecule, and also we can say that Buckminster fullerene. So what is mean by Buckminster fullerene, and how the structure will be there, and what are the uses of fullerenes, like that all informations we are going to be discussed now. Okay, no? Right. So try to remember number 1 point. C60 Buckminster fullerene, it is a newly discovered allotropic form of carbon. Newly discovered allotropic form of carbon. Next point I am going to tell you beta. Actually, most of the fullerenes, they have the structure same like graphite, Nana. Their nature will be smooth structure, but their structure will be looking like cage-like structures. The meaning is nothing but again same network structure like diamond. I will tell you how the structure will be there. Okay. So it is a newly discovered crystalline allotropic form of carbon. And one more point is fullerenes. Most of the fullerenes may be C60 molecule or maybe C70 molecule. Yes, all they are having smooth and cage-like structures. And one more point, in all the fullerenes, maybe C60 or maybe C70. C60 molecule, all 60 carbons they undergoes. All 60 carbons they undergoes sp2 hybridization, same like graphite. What about in diamond? Carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. What about in graphite? sp2 hybridization. What about in fullerenes? sp2 hybridization. Okay, now here is due to sp2 it contains free p electron responsible for conductivity. Here also you can consider superconductor से use कर सकते हैं. Okay, right. Next point is I want to say mainly about the actually fullerenes are okay now. Different types of fullerenes are there, C60 and C70 like that. But we have to be focused as per syllabus only upon C60 fullerene. C60 fullerene. Okay. C60 fullerene means in that C60 molecule, number of carbons are 60 carbons. All that 60 carbons, they are arranged in the manner of in a particular shape form. The shape is nothing but what now? Football shape, and also we can say that soccer ball shape. So what is the shape of C60 fullerene? Soccer ball, and also we can say that football. In C60 molecule, all the carbon atoms, they are arranged in a particular manner, and finally they are giving a shape. Finally they are getting a shape. The shape is nothing but what? Football shape, and also we can say that soccer ball shape. Okay, so how the carbons are arranged, I am going to tell you, listen carefully. You suppose this is nothing but carbon, again you suppose carbon, again you suppose carbon, next one is carbon, again next one is carbon. So here how many carbons are there? 5 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing but we can say it is a 5-membered ring, means 5 carbons are there. 5-membered ring connected to 6-membered ring, again it connected to another 6-membered ring, again it connected to another 6-membered ring, means around a 5-membered ring 100% always there should be only 6-membered rings. But 6-membered ring surrounding there may be 5 or 6. But listen carefully, around a 5-membered ring always there should be only 6-membered rings. Yes, it contains 6 carbon, this ring contains 6, यहाँ पर भी 6, यहाँ पर भी 6, यहाँ पर भी 6. But centrally what Nana? 5-membered ring is there. So around a 5-membered ring there should be always 6-membered carbons. In that manner, all 60 carbons, they are arranged in a particular, okay, in a round shape manner, that finally we are getting the shape. The shape is nothing but football shape, and also we can say that soccer ball shape. So how the 60 carbons are arranged in fullerene beta? So in fullerenes, all 60 carbons, they are arranged in a particular manner. The manner is like that, around 5-membered, there will be arrangement of 6-membered. Okay, na? In that manner, finally, we are getting a shape that is nothing but football, or we can say soccer ball. But here we are saying C60 fullerene is known as Buckminster molecule. C60 molecule is known as Buckminster fullerene. Why we are saying Buckminster fullerene? We have a reason. Actually, what happened, beta? Discovery of C60 molecule, it was done in the year is nothing but 1985. So discovery of C60 molecule, it was discovered in which year, Nana? 1985 में discovery किया गया. And C60 molecule, it was discovered by the scientist. Scientist name is nothing but the Crocho, and one more scientist name is nothing but the Smalley, and one more name is nothing but the Curl. Crocho, Smalley, and Curl. C-U-R-L, Curl. This information is not in your textbook, but I am saying now. C60 molecule was discovered in the year is nothing but 1985, and discovered by Croto, Smalley, and Curl. Combinedly, they have discovered this allotropic form. But listen carefully. At this year only, at this time only, one more new discovery was came. Okay, now one more achievement was happened. The achievement is nothing but the geodesic dome. What, Nana? Is geodesic dome. So geodesic dome is nothing but one type of inverter that was prepared, okay, na, that was discovered in the same year. Actually, it is a type of inverter, Nana. Okay, it is a big achievement at the time. And this invert, okay, this is the geodesic what, Nana? Geodesic dome. It was designed by the scientist. The scientist name is nothing but the Buckminster. Who is the scientist? Buckminster. So Buckminster Fuller, he has designed, he has discovered, okay, now that inverter that is nothing but the geodesic dome. The shape of geodesic dome exactly looking like C60 molecule. C60 molecule. So both the discoveries, okay, that was happened. Both the discoveries happen in same time. That is in the time is nothing but 1985. But C60 molecule discovered by Croto, Smalley, and Curl, and Buckminster Fuller, he has discovered, okay, now geodesic dome, one type of inverter only, Nana. Actually, you don't think, sir, C60 molecules are discovered by Buckminster. C60 molecule was not discovered by Buckminster. C60 molecule is discovered by Croto, Smalley, and Curl. But at the time, in the time, okay, now Buckminster Fuller, he has discovered one more big achievement, that is nothing but inverter, that is nothing but geodesic dome. So on the honor of that scientist, on the honor of that architect, all these three scientists, they have given the name of C60, that is nothing but the C60 Buckminster Fullerene. I hope you understand the story clearly. Okay, na beta. So what's the shape of C60 molecule? Soccer ball shape, and also we can say that football shape. Yes, in that fullerene, each carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization, and generally fullerenes they are having smooth-like and cage-like structure. Continuous links are there, carbon-carbon cages are there, links are there. Okay, na beta. And it is a newly discovered allotrope discovered by Crotosmally and Curl. But on the honor of Buckminster Fuller, on the honor of discovery of this geostoic dome, they have given the name of C60. That is nothing but Buckminster Fullerene. Okay, now beta. Right. And final thing I want to say that, sir, what are the uses of fullerenes? Fullerenes, they can be used as lubricants, same like graphite. Fullerenes, they can be used as catalyst to increases the rate of reaction. And fullerenes, they can be used for drug delivery. They can be used for drug delivery in the body. Actually, by using that fullerene, okay, now we are making present generation with nanotubes. So all the nanotubes they are made with what, nana? Fullerenes. And in medicinal field, so many, okay, now tubes and nanotubes we are using, especially for the drug delivery point of view. Okay, what we can use, nana? Nanotubes. So आप इन fullerenes को use कर सकते हैं, nana. Okay, all of you, and they can be used as superconductors also. Okay, na? Yes. These are the importances of crystalline allotropes of graphite, crystalline allotropes of carbon. Yesterday we have finished diamond, and this is nothing but graphite and what, na? C60 fullerene. Which fullerene? Buckminster fullerene. Okay, na beta? Right. One small point I want to tell you. It may be asked for 1 mark, nana. Here I am going to consider first of all pure carbon. When pure carbon is subjected to, means by applying a very high temperature and pressure. When pure carbon is subjected to high pressure and temperature. When pure carbon is subjected to a very high pressure and temperature, that going to form the product. The product is nothing but what, nana? Diamond. So the one question is there, nana. In textbook one information is there. Diamonds can be synthesized by subjecting pure carbon to very high pressure and temperature only. It may going to be asked for 1 mark, nana. But that some 2 to 3 points you have to be remember. The structure don't need to draw, nana. And the structure and information both are important for diamond and for graphite. Structure and with explanation, very very important, along with uses also. Okay, beta? Right. And in tomorrow's class I am going to start another new topic from our carbon and its compounds chapter. Okay, beta?